Hey guys, it's Gaz here. A lot of people know I don't usually do commentaries, but I thought it was about time I give my thoughts on Fallout 76. I've already posted numerous tweets about well, I've just basically tweeted that I was enjoying it, and for the most part, that is true. There are so many things that annoy me though about it. But yeah, I thought I'd just run around for a little while and record my thoughts. One of the things I am surprised by the game, to be honest, because it feels like Fallout 3 in that there's no cinematics, your weapons degrade over time. I didn't think I'd enjoy the whole survival aspect with the eating and drinking, but it's quite fun. It adds a little bit of a challenge, so that's cool. But there's just my main problem with the game. Hold on, I think we're going to spawn on my base. Yeah. So this is my home at the moment. Yeah. It's not the best. I've come across many a better build than this. And for some reason, those bees keep attracting my machine turrets. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of pretty decent builds, but for me, I'm level 22 and I'm finding it almost impossible to unlock or find the plans for a lot of these things. I just haven't found them in the world yet, so I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. But this is where I've built with the resources I've had. 3 floors, 2 turrets to protect it. It's actually not too far from the Overseer's camp. And the reason I picked this spot was mainly the view, because check that out. Yeah, I've noticed they've got well, it's kind of like a creation kit where you can spend your points on items, and the only thing I bought was the mat. The amount of points I managed to accumulate in 22 levels, I managed to afford the mat and the tiles, and that's all. Everything else was just built with plans. Haven't really concentrated much on the second and third floors. Yeah, and I wish I could fix that. I suppose the good thing is if I blueprint the whole place and move my base somewhere else, I can not deal with that crap. But then I'd be sacrificing that view, so I don't know. But yeah, so that's my base, and these buggers again, hold on. It looks pretty good in the dark as well when you've got the lights on and everything, and the windows open. So yeah, my problem mainly with the game so far is I build mods. Many people on my channel will be aware that I've made mods, and I enjoy level design and cluttering and telling a story with your clutter. And most of the places in this game, it's so half-assed, and I can see it's half-assed. Because I know because I'm guilty of it myself. If I've built a vault, say, and I'm making it feel like it's been lived in, there might be 1 or 2 rooms where I've rushed it, and I've just plopped things anywhere, in terms of furniture or whatever. And there's so many places in this game that I've visited where I can see that's exactly what they've done. It feels like the whole of this map and the locations were built in a rush, in a big rush. I mean, and there's only little things as well, like apartments where you've got the stairways, the emergency, the fire exits, the fire stairs, and you'll follow them up to no door. There'll be a blank wall, or just the way the way the bathrooms are made and the urinals, and I tell you what, anyone who's played this will tell you, I hate visiting a small town. Like, do you know where the Mothman Museum is? Out of all those buildings, there was probably one that wasn't boarded up and you could enter. a complete waste of time visiting there unless I've got a quest later on. But that seems to be the same for most cases you visit. You know, you'll go out of your way to visit somewhere that looks good and find there's only one place you can get into, and that one place is very poorly created. It's just not furnished well. Okay, it's supposed to be the end of the world, but it looks like shit. But at the same time, and this is the massive, mindfuck, I enjoy this game. I've got to 22 levels. So yeah, take that as you will. The quests are pretty enjoyable, and I like that a lot of the lore is told through terminal entries and holotapes. That's pretty much the way I do things in my mods. So yeah, maybe that's what's keeping me going. And yeah, I've kind of gone through a lot of the games solo for the most part. I've joined up in events with people, but yeah, most of the time I'm on my own. So, quest-wise, I managed to finish one of them. Some quests I can't even do yet because I just get my ass kicked. Yeah, so there, I'm level 22, and there's level 50s going around there, so I'll leave that for now. Side. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Chasing the Shadows Novice of Mysteries quests. Forging Legends. Sure, man. There we are. Plop myself down on the golf course. Things I... Yeah, I got a bit carried away with the photo mode in the first few levels. But yeah, so some of the things I got right is I'm trying to think. Do you know what I would like to have seen? More vaults. Like, was Vault 76 the only vault in the immediate area? You know? I'm having a bit of frame rate issues as well, and it's quite weird because I've been in some pretty nicely decorated areas where you think the frame rate would be abysmal, and it's not. It's quite good. And then you get to places like this where there isn't much. Actually, I'm talking rubbish. That's actually pretty good. Huh. It feels like 60 frames. Huh. Unless I fixed it in the batch. I came up here yesterday and it was like I couldn't barely move. Right, I need to follow holotapes and I need to kill a few more feral ghouls. I thought I would miss the NPCs and the quest givers being people, but you learn to deal without it. But yeah, frame rates in some areas have been the biggest nag for me. Ooh, steady, steady. Ah, you bastard. Couldn't let it alone, could you? Okay, hold on. In the early days, one of the things I found was animations were quite strange. Like, there'd be 60 frames per second, but the NPC in front of me, the bot or whatever, would be moving as if it was a GIF. Like, really jumpy and weird. It's so strange. That mainly happened inside Vault 76. Oop, I hate that sound. Room service. I think I need to upgrade my shotgun. It's not packing a punch like I thought it would. Oh, and I've managed to find 2 power armors so far. Well, power armor chassis. The armor that goes with it, being level 25, I couldn't use, which was fun. And I've also here we go. So I've got a pretty decent rig. I got a GTX 1080. Usually gives me no grief. Outside, frame rate is fine. Inside, it's getting choppy just in this area. So I don't know what the hell that's about. I'm always finicky when it comes to poor frame rate. And getting a lot of that weird stuff too. I'm not sure if you can see that there. I have not been leveling up my lockpicking skills. It's a shame your lockpicking skills and stuff your skill doesn't increase the more you do it, because I've unlocked so many bloody locks being level 1. My favourite weapon is the rifle. Okay, back to shotgun, you're too close. My build, for the most part, has been emphasis on non-automatic rifles. If I can just get back up here. Yeah. Perception and agility, for the most part. Rifleman, expert rifleman, action points, and everything else has just been little luxuries. I've tried to basically play it so my rifles do the most damage, and I can carry stuff with not much weight to them. And for the most part, that has worked pretty good. And one thing I wish I knew sooner on is learning to scrap your junk at any sort of workstation. There we go, another frame rate starting to get a bit iffy. I'll take that, thank you. So I'm looking for holotapes. I think I've already killed all the ghouls I needed to kill. Nope, still need to kill a few more pharaohs. Sword is close by. Aww. Up here in the... where am I? Yes, this isn't too badly decorated. I just like to see a little thought put into it. Oh, and it's going to sound silly, but one thing I wish you could do is, you know, when you place down an item in your base, that it would be an item and not a bag. Like, if I want to put a bowl of water down, it'll show up in a neat little bag. I don't want that. I want to see the water bottle. Oh, there you go. Beggars can't be choosers. Fisherman's hat. I like all the clothing styles you can use. Oop. What we got here? Is that another? No, not feral. Oh, and the biggest gripe. Sorry, I always seem to find something else to moan about. I hate the fact that your home base stash only has 400 weight limit, because one of the things I've always loved to do in a Fallout game is loot. I am a proper hoarder when it comes to Fallout, and now because I'm aware of the limit, I'm rationing what I'm taking, you know? I'm taking things only if I really need it, which I hate. I love being able to take anything. Like, if this was Fallout 4, all this room would be in my pocket, and on my way to my base. But no, look at all this good stuff I'm leaving. Shame. Legendary. And yet you're weak as hell. Ooh. Uh-oh. .22. I find my shotgun is so inconsistent with the damage. Like, I've literally shot 22 level 22 mobs with this and done very little damage. He went down like a bitch. Oh well. Ooh, aluminium. That's what I need. Password. Piano. This is a cool little feature. Although, I admit, I'm not entirely sure what it means when it says you're well tuned. What does that mean exactly? Anyway, do that later. But yeah, I kind of feel like such a dick because for weeks leading up to the release of the game, I was so putting my foot down saying I wasn't going to get it because of all the things the critics were saying. But this is the thing, the critics, take some wood, the critics are right in everything they've said. Everything. But is it a fun game? Yes, and I'm not entirely sure how that is possible, but it is. Take wood. Ooh. Okay, terminal. And that's another thing. I love to take my time and read terminal entries. Now, I'm always conscious of the fact that my water and hunger, my thirst and my hunger levels are always on the slow decline. So that stops, it's like a ticking clock. So I'm always not spending ages reading terminals because I want to move. I want to get things done before I'm dying of thirst, you know? It's kind of a silly feature to add so many terminal entries in your game and then have this ticking clock that's your hunger and thirst stopping you from taking your time. Like, so many terminal entries I've skimmed because I've been in a rush. For example, I'm not taking any of these in. Good thing about recording my gameplay is I can read them later on. Staff access. Space access. Open. Perfect. Remote door control. Fault detected. Export. Ooh, interesting. We'll have a listen. Presidential cottage.
Bodhi. Hey. You're late. I know. Sorry. This is Blackwater territory. We've had issues with them lately. Spare me. Any news? The last 2 raids have gone well. We lost a couple guys, but nothing like before. The boss said he'd take your deal. Finally. Honestly, I can't believe it. Babe, you and I are moving up in the world. Do you have the tape? Not yet. Found the program I need. Meet me here next week and I'll have it for you. Until then, I've got another ambush site picked out. You think you can do this? Lewisburg. Yeah, Carrie's gang is down that way. All right, I'll set it up. Anything else? No, we're good. See you next week. Idiot.
Sweet. Yeah, it kind of sounds mean to say, but in a lot of these areas I've been to, it kind of looks to me like Bethesda gave the job of designing the interiors to newbies, people who are new on the job. I mean, Fallout 3 had better interiors. New Vegas had much better interiors. But yeah, I used to enjoy... In Fallout 4, I loved going to new areas and just creeping into places and investigating and picking up all the crap. And I can't seem to do that with this game. The new areas are rubbish. I sound so bloody conflicted. Ooh, sandals. Take in those shades. Devil eggs. Can I use that hand scanner? No. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I got this sneak card for my build, and it's pretty handy. Like, he hasn't seen me yet, and I'm getting a lot of sneak damage. By the way, the reason I don't do the commentary is because I hate my voice so much, so if this makes it onto my YouTube channel, I'll be amazed. Ooh, safe. I think I'll have to start adding points to my lockpicking soon. Ooh, caps. Right, where am I heading? I still need to kill another ghoul, but I want to collect that holotape. The outsides of a lot of the areas are very nice, very well done. But that's it, it's kind of like just on the outside. Like, I know for a fact the minute I get in there, it's gonna look like a crap. Let's get my shotgun ready. Oh dear. Ah, you lovely AI. Come to me. Oh, bollocks. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That was good. Fuck. I'm probably gonna die. Out. Fuck. But you just know, and this is not me making excuses, they all probably spawned behind me. Oh, and that's another thing. Anyone's probably like, hey, fucking hell, relax guys, relax. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure if anyone else has had this, but I'm gonna give up. When you're trying to escape in a situation like I just had, and you're reloading, so because you're reloading, you're slowly walking while you're when you're having the shit kicked out of you. I'm gonna have to go there. Respawn. But yeah, just guarantee you knew that those spawned right behind me. Assholes. Okay, let's get rid of that radiation. Let's get some water in me. I've got the perk as well where I'm not getting radiation or crap from food and drink, so I can pretty much eat and drink what I want, which is cool. Have some of those. Have some of those. That'll do me. Oh, I've got a disease. Okay, let's get rid of that too. Sweet. Radworms. Ew. And we're going this way to pick up all my stuff. Closed. So yeah, my verdict is... Ooh. I haven't seen you. See, he's a level 16, right? I've taken out 22s in seconds with this. There's kind of no rhyme or reason to the damage I am not doing. I'm either lucky or I'm not. the hell's killing me? Okay, let's put an end to that nonsense. And another one spawned right behind him. Well, that is perfect. Alright, he's shooting bees at me. Okay, we're gonna take a detour. Yeah, my frame rate's taking a bit of a nosedive for no particular reason. What's that? Nothing good. Right, now we go inside without being so bloody brazen. Thinking I know everything. Take all my stuff. Who's over there? Oh, it's the droids. We'll clear the house before we listen to that tape. Oh, I think they're all upstairs anyway. What have we got in the ways of grenades? That'll do me. Boom! Wake up the entire house, get ready for an ambush. Hello, son. Take your duct tape. Ah, you bastard. And that was a perfect time for that to happen. God, the frame rate is insane. Let's have a look. Toothbrush. The good news is it feels like I've probably cleaned out the house now, unless they all decide to respawn. So let's make this quick.
Mr. Ainsley, I wanted to remark upon the fascinating design of your new Spring Hill golf course. You appear to have 7 holes. 7. What a curious number. 9 I could understand. Or perhaps 6 played thrice. But 7? Most courses put ever so much effort into varying their holes.
I am so immature.
So much, you repeated it immediately. Or take the cart paths. One normally takes such little note of them. I had a wonderful chance to reflect on that during the 3-mile drive from the 5th hole to the 6th. And then 7. Ah. 7. Such a slope. It would make a fabulous ski run. Not that teeing off with the 400-yard putt wasn't a unique experience. I confess, when I heard you had carved up your championship golf course for housing tracks, I was concerned it might have impacted the quality a little. Clearly, I underestimated the scope of your ambition. Cordially yours, Henrietta Winchester.
Well, she told you. I'll be honest, I stand by what I said about the poorly designed rooms and whatnot, but it's been pretty solid since I came to this place. Gold plates. Ugh. Gloop for my gun. Like, one of the things that make me laugh, and I will stop harping on about it, but where was it? I was there yesterday. Yeah, the Overlook Cabin, okay? It looks, on the outside, it looks like a hotel, but you have access to one room only. It is a joke. It almost makes me think that they, when designing a place, they only have a set amount of area or size they can use. Because in the creation kit when I'm building, you know, when I made Vault 28, I had every intention of making the whole vault one big cell with the elevators would be... Okay, we're gonna put a nail in that, hold on. Yeah, so I had every intention of making the entire vault one big cell with elevators that would go from floor to floor internally. Then Creation Kit told me off and said I was exceeding the memory limits. So basically, if it was on console or wherever, it would start to break. So I had to make it 2 different cells. So you're always mindful of how much you're putting into an area. I think that's probably what's happened with this area. Each location has had a max sort of limit that they can use, and some developers have made good use of their spaces and some haven't. Could be why some locations are just really crippling frame rate as well. Money. Cream. Sugar bombs. Ooh. Hello. Goodbye. Right, where am I heading? 2 more holotapes. Now we need to be going inside over there. Let's just finish off picking up everything we can. Cool. Oop, that's something's coming for me. Please be easy. I've lost my shotgun. I need a weapon workshop. Oh, oh cool, you're easy. I'll tell you what a lot of these locations remind me of. If anyone's ever played Slenderman games, now they are pretty cool games to play. But any location you enter, it's so bare bones, and that's kind of what you get with this. Oh, gotta leave you alone. Oh, but you are guarding something I might want. Ooh. I bloody hate when you do that. Bollocks. See, walking away from danger because I'm reloading. There's probably a perk card to stop that from happening, I know. Or I could probably go for automatic weapons, but I hate automatic weapons. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, so I went through a phase where I was picking up plans for my base, my camp, like every other minute, but I haven't found any in ages. Like in all the places I've been to, and I've been through a lot of the map already. Almost makes me wonder if it's a bug of some kind. I'm finding loads of recipes, but no plans. What I really want is a plan for a power suit workshop. Oh, bollocks. So my weapons I'm using are my fire axe, 10mm, pipe revolver, hunting rifle and shotgun. I did have all this full with other weapons, but they were just taking up too much inventory space. I found I was always using, these 4. That's another thing as well. Like when you build, perfect. When you build a level, you have an option to make it look old, make the texture look tattered, or make it look new. That does not belong in here. It is not aged enough. But that's nitpicking. Oh, so yeah, this is the one thing. Oh, I found a plan. What was the plan for? Plans. Ooh, I've got a few here. Nougat code. Oh crap. Oh crap, stop reading. Okay, he just flew past the door. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. Actually, let me take care of this asshole. So, back in the early days, I found I was always getting encumbered so fast. And then I found out I could turn all my junk into materials. And it doesn't half lighten your load. Scrap all my junk. Yes. Sweet. And it's worth doing that before you stick it into your stash at the base as well. Bum, bum, bum. I don't want to leave yet. Right, I need to go upstairs for these tapes, I imagine. Yes, I do. There's none down here. We'll go this way. Is there definitely nothing back there? No. But yeah, what originally sold me on getting this game was I was watching Slim Dave's videos, and him and Sentinel, because they were so excited and they seemed to have a lot of fun. So I thought, crap, they both can't be wrong. Oh, can I put my gun away? What's up, my dude?
Refrain from theft, looting, assault, murder,
Gotcha.
or trampling the flowers.
Captain Kids. Oh, this is pretty cool. Can I trade? Sweet.
What can the captain
First of all, what good stuff do you have? Nothing. Literally, you... Ooh. Nope. Okay, so what we're gonna do is sell you all... Oh crap.
What ya be having?
Don't need the mines, never use them. It's cool, but I'm never gonna use it. Not gonna use it either. Not gonna use that.
Ahoy, little sailor.
Need that. Not gonna wear that. Can't wear that yet. This is a pretty cool quest to be on. It's kind of like the female version of the Silver Shroud. It just sucks that all the stuff they're giving you is designed to dress you up like a lady. It's like, oh. Oh, and I didn't realise for a while, it's embarrassing, I didn't realise for a while that you had to actually use your bobbleheads. You don't collect them and keep them in your inventory for the perk. Don't need that, don't need that. Oh, and this is kind of letting you into my OCD world. I always prefer to have like 5 of everything, especially when I'm trying to conserve space. I'm gonna plant him in my camp later, so I need him. Need that. Don't need that. We're gonna keep the good. I'm trying to build up my garden back at my camp. Don't want that. Don't want that. Take this. Not sure if I want that because the location where I picked them up, the holotape mentioned that the house I was in were cannibals and they were putting people into pies, so that might taste a bit funky. Okay, we'll keep that anyway. Roasted meat. Get rid of that. Don't want the spices. That's fine. This junk. Ammo. I wish we could sell ammo, because the amount of ammo I'm dumping out into the road because I can't do anything else with it. Speaking of which, I kind of leave them at these locations in case other players want them. Not going to use those. 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 Definitely not going to use those. Not going to use those. Done. There you go. And that's it.
Recipes for every
Ooh.
and level of expertise.
I'm not huge on cooking. Often eat things raw. So thank you, but no thank you. What about you? What have you got for me?
Another one. Look, this is
Oh, sounds like,
a place
what's
for
her name?
those refined palates. I imagine you are
Oh,
more
so
than
she's
young to
carrying
the road.
junk? Nothing in particular.
Violation of hotel policies may result in detention, removal, and/or
These black powder,
You have sufficient ammunition, sir.
these black powder guns pack one hell of a punch. Black powder, rather. Let's see what you got. Okay, well, do you have a shotgun that's better than mine? Because mine's busted and doesn't do much damage. So mine does 75 damage when it's working. What have you got? 36, 36, 36. That's pretty weak, mate. I was expecting a bit better from you. And you got no apparel to speak of. Yeah, okay. We're done with you. You were crap. Elegance. Can you make me look fancy?
I am so sorry. Our booking system is still down. I'd be happy to set up an appointment for you just as soon as we get it working again.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, we can't accept walk-ins.
Ah. What about you?
Pardon me, sir.
I want a haircut.
I'm afraid I'm all booked up for the day.
With who? Everyone's dead.
Do you have an appointment?
No.
I'm sorry, we can't accept
Ah,
walk-ins.
you all suck. What have I got to steal? Nothing. Ooh, a spur.
Due to reports of spinal contusions, robot chiropractic and massage services are no longer available.
See, I'm not sure if you can notice on the screen, but it's 60 frames per second, and they're moving as if they're
Our signature signature
claymation,
bath
just really
leave you feeling
rough.
rejuvenated.
not smooth.
We offer a wide variety of hydrotherapy and aromatherapy treatments.
What have you got?
Our highly trained massage therapists should be back shortly.
Oh, I just took note of my health. That looks... Okay, let's get you back up. We'll drink and eat in a minute. But you see what I mean? Like with this eating and drinking business, I'm tending not to drag my feet like I want to. Kind of just in and out of places.
Welcome to the White Springs Spa. Please take any of the spa suites in the back. Someone should be with you eventually.
Ooh, power armor thingies.
Are you ready for the thrill and excitement of life in a post-apocalyptic
I am indeed.
By popular demand, this month's creative learning classes
Ah,
are
nifty.
Wilderness Survival.
One thing I'd like...
Crafting materials are now available.
One thing I would like to buy in bulk is... What's it called? Aluminium. You got nothing I want, mate. Nothing at all. But do I have anything you want?
Prepare for danger. Prepare for adventure. Prepare for survival.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so we want to fix my bloody shotgun if I have the materials. Which I should, because I've been picking up everything. Yep, cool. That's fine. Shotgun's repaired. Don't need any bullets. Ah, wicked. Okay, that's what we need. Offload. Bum bum. Aurum. What the hell is... Oh, okay.
Come in, dear. Come in. This is Aurum. I'm afraid we've been picked rather clean. People suddenly say
Most of
nothing
your
go
games
wrong
being
again.
picked clean,
Fancy
darling.
that.
Oh. Steady. Holotape. So, are these the nuclear protection pods? Only a bit upper class. So are there people in here? Is that... I never really understood what these are. One of the reasons I kind of caved in and bought this game as well was it doesn't hurt to have some inspiration for future mods if I choose to make them. I'm not entirely sure how mods will work with this. Like, ooh.
Dave, honey, it's Joyce. I don't know if you'll ever get this, but I wanted to make sure there was something here if you came looking. If you made it. God, where to start? It's about 2:30 in the morning, New Year's, 2079. I've been here for the past year since the war. Me, a couple of the staff, but
Charleston in the morning. I've missed you and the girls. I missed you so much. Take care of them for me, alright? All my love. Always.
All clear. This sector is secure.
Good stuff.
It is a lot of work to maintain the property.
Ooh, board game room. Where was that holotape? Huh.
Dining. Another scotch.
Ma'am. What about you, Liz? Have you made up your mind yet?
Oh, Bill's keen on Charleston. We were social with the governor. I'm sure he'd make arrangements for us.
Evans? That snake? He was always for sale. Not a terrible thing if you're the buyer.
Can you imagine? Parading into town like a troop of beggars. And Charleston, no less. It always was a slum. Now, with refugees swarming like flies? Ugh. No. The resorts are the better option. If the White Spring won't have us, we should try Pleasant Valley. Even Sunnytop.
Sunnytop?
Really? I'm not there for the skiing. Or the clientele. But I'd rather stay at a shoddy lodge than take my chances with whatever may be going on down in the valley.
Ma'am.
Just set it down, set it down. Now, let's finish this rubber. $1 a point.
It's funny what comes to mind at a time like this.
Welcome to the White.
When I was little, I used to come here with my grandfather. Every morning, we'd sit right here, have donuts, read the paper, just the two of us. Everything changes. They got rid of the donuts, and the staff, and the whole world. This spot, it's still here. Joyce did her best. They all did. Hope they make it out there. As for me, I'm going to stay right here, have one last donut. Whatever happens, happens. Everything changes, but in the end, I can't imagine a place I'd rather be.
Thirsty. Wow. Okay, not bad. Well, I'm gonna end the video here on a bug as well, so that's fitting. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, take care.